Hi everybody, happy Tuesday and welcome back to another episode of this. So this is the first video that is 100% all YouTube now that the Patreon's gone. So any new subscribers that I have, any new watchers, what? Hi, I'm a writer, I'm good with words. Welcome. These weekly videos are usually just a lot of babble, a lot of not very well organized storytelling, and an invitation to converse. So I actually encourage comments, and nice ones please. If you're a butthole, I'm gonna block you. But nice comments, let's have a talk. This is all about distraction, all about trying to find a little bit of fun in the world. So what I want to talk about today, first of all, how are you? Are you doing okay? Is the world treating you kindly? I know it's not for some people. I'm doing okay. It's another beautiful day. If you have been watching any of the Patreon videos that I've posted up here on the YouTube channel, it's now been 2 weeks since my family and I went to Target to look for pants for my kids. So the panic is over. This last week, as we were coming up on the end of that wait to see if, the Rona was going to sneak up on us, my anxiety started getting really bad, and I actually got sick from the anxiety and was like, this is it, I got it, I'm dying. Started trying to distance myself from my family because they were all fine. Me and my little internal freak out, it was making me sick. So that's fun, but now it's over. Sunday came and went, everything's fine. It's tiring being me. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was, now I can't guarantee I'm going to pronounce this right because I am an out-of-touch white lady. But the news today is full of Lil Nas X and his dabbling with Satanism, which is, oh my God. So first of all, it's just the golf clap for Lil Nas X. This is so perfectly done. I'm sorry, it's just, so the song that he put out is called Montero, in parentheses, Call Me By Your Name. So the thing that's got people so up in arms is there's a scene, there's a scene in the music video where he gives a lap dance to Satan. Like, he rides a stripper pole down to hell and gives a lap dance to Satan. If you've watched the video, please do. Support this. Please support this. The video it's cheesy and funny. I don't know why people are getting so up in arms in it, except it's a black gay man giving a lap dance to Satan. Satanic imagery is really prevalent in culture nowadays. There's a show, a really popular show on Netflix called Lucifer, where you are meant to empathize with the Dark One. He's given feelings, he's given a story, he's the main character, and he's charming, and they got a hot as shit actor to play him. Why are people suddenly getting up in arms? It's the black gay thing, isn't it? It is, isn't it? So something else that, I hope I'm saying this right, Lil Nas X did, was he collaborated with a small artistry company. And what they did is they took some Nike shoes and they 666 exactly Nike shoes, pairs of Nike shoes, and they've kind of deviled them up. And some of the paint, and there's a guarantee every pair of shoes comes with a drop of human blood in the paint. And I mean, people are freaking out over this. And Lil Nas X, to his credit, he's taking all of this controversy to the bank, which, again, this is perfect. What he's doing is perfect. One of the glorious purposes of art, and whether or not you consider this art, go argue that somewhere else, it's art. He's a creator, this is art. One of the glorious purposes of art is to subvert the norm, to piss off the squares. And he's doing that perfectly. And I feel like Cardi B's been doing it. It's beautiful. I feel like a lot of popular music lately has been a little toothless. It's all been very light and fun, or dealing with other emotions. There's not a whole lot of provocation going on. And to see it happening in hip hop, to see Black people doing it, yes. I feel bad for the people who are getting so upset over this, because, I mean, what's it like walking around with that big stick up your butt? The thing is the music video, again, like I said, it's cheesy. Of course the music isn't for me. I'm 38 years old. I've got a 13-year-old son. I'm way out of the demographic. But objectively, this is something that he would have dropped, and his fan base would have been like, yay, this is cool, but it would have not gotten any attention. They're giving it more attention. They're making it more notorious, and it is a thing that's just okay. They don't understand their hysterical power, I think, is the problem. So what I want to talk about today is another instance of another artist, another creator, kind of sticking it to the man, sticking it to the establishment, the Christian establishment. Now, before I get into it, I do want to give a disclaimer. I am of the belief that religion and spiritual beliefs are a personal thing, and I do not judge it. I was raised Christian. I've seen the good side of it. I've also seen the bad side, which is why I'm no longer in that group. But I remain close and friendly with Christians. I support anybody believing what they want to support. I have no hate for Christians. I do, however, have hate for bigotry and racism and homophobia, transphobia, misogyny. I've got a big problem with that. And couching those bullshit beliefs with a religion whose main conceit is acceptance and love and brotherhood, yeah, I'm going to judge that. But otherwise, I have no judgment. I don't care. I have nothing but love and support for all of that. Now, I'm giving this disclaimer because I'm going to be talking a little bit of shit, but it is historically based. So let's get into it. I want to talk about Michelangelo, the dude who painted the Sistine Chapel. We're going to talk about him. So Michelangelo was commissioned by Pope Julius II to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Now, it's not clear, but there seems to be evidence that Michelangelo didn't want to do this, and he was bullied by Pope Julius II to do this. Now, Pope Julius II was kind of a warmonger. He left behind a really big legacy. He commissioned a lot of art on the Vatican's account. He had St. Peter's Basilica rebuilt. He had Raphael, the Renaissance painter, paint rooms for him. He had Michelangelo do the Sistine Chapel. There was a lot done that remains today that is culturally interesting and relevant. There was also a lot of stuff that wasn't great. Again, warmonger. It seems like not a lot of people liked the guy. And he gained the papacy through nefarious ways, which honestly back then was not rare at all. Okay? So that thing doesn't make him super special, but what does make him super special is the fact that Michelangelo fucking hated him. Did not want to do this job, but I mean, he's an artist. I guess he needed the money. So he takes it on. Now, I've never been to the Sistine Chapel. Would like to see it someday. It's culturally interesting. The articles that I was reading about, they keep saying back then. So I'm wondering, has the ceiling dropped since the 16th century? I think it's the 16th century when he painted the ceiling. But he got away with a lot of little sneaky fuck yous to the Pope because the ceiling was so high. There were a lot of details that you couldn't see. All you saw was the basic picture, okay? So one of the things that he did was there's a part on the ceiling that's the creation of the moon. And you'll see God kind of pointing, and there's this big golden orb that is the formation of the moon. And right next to it is like the continuation of the story, and God's kind of flying away, and that's God's butt. That's God literally mooning the viewer, the Pope. So a little bit of God butt up on your face. Something else that he did was he painted the gates of hell right behind the Pope's, I want to say chair, but is it a throne? What do the Catholics call it? I don't know. I'm sorry. The gates of hell is right behind him. I mean, that's a little obvious. There's also a part, there's so much going on. We, hopefully you know about the God sitting in, it looks like a human brain when it's God and Adam, when they're doing the touchy fingers thing. It looks like God is sitting in a human brain. And some people say that's on purpose because human dissection was illegal back then. And that's also a little fuck you. Some people say, no, that's coincidence. You decide. Something else that he did was there is a little blonde angel flipping the Pope off. Now, it's called the fig. Like, right now, this is pretty obvious. We know what this means. But what the little angel is doing is called the fig. And it's a little hand gesture like this. Now, I don't know if it's like the little sly fuck you. You know how you kind of do one of these, you know? But it's got its arm draped over someone and its fingers doing this. And art historians all pretty much agree that is a fuck you to the Pope. And again, it seems like Michelangelo was just kind of an antisocial, surly character anyway. But this is a years-long fuck you project that he did. Again, subverting the norms. Again, pissing off the squares. It was a very long time before all of this stuff was discovered. I think one of the biggest issues while the work was in progress was Michelangelo, who it's pretty well accepted now that he was a gay man. He didn't really know how to draw women. So if you look at some of the drawings of the Sistine Chapel, he drew beautiful, buff men and, beautiful, beautiful men. And the women all just look like beautiful, buff men with these weird stuck-on boobs. And that's a joke among art historians. But again, fuck you, establishment. So, the argument I'm trying to make is Lil Nas X, he's carrying on, in his own way, the grand tradition of what art should be. Look at things differently. There should be a thought process. Art should make you think and not just follow the leader. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, in the links below, there'll be one link. I want to show you a picture because this is another instance of artists kind of picking on the church. So let me bring it up. 2 Belgian sculptors. One of them, what was his name? Joseph Giefs. He was commissioned to do a sculpture of Lucifer for the cathedral at Liege, which is in Belgium. They wanted a big marble sculpture of Lucifer. And what he came up with is something, it's beautiful. Not just the sculpture itself, the detail and stuff. Lucifer himself is a beautiful creature, which I don't understand why they had a problem with it, because that's biblically accurate. But they did because of the beauty. It looks like a young man, maybe 18 years old if he's a day. And, he's got the devil wings with little claws on the pointer parts there. And he looks sad. He's sitting and he's got a snake at his feet. And he looks forlorn. And they said this was too alluring. This would bring about impure thoughts. No. So they hired his brother, and his name is Guillaume Giefs, to make another sculpture of Lucifer and not make it so damn sexy. And what he did was, you'll see in the picture, it's a side-by-side picture, he upped the sexy on Lucifer, made him look a little older, a little buffer. The position he's sitting in is much more alluring. However, he did chain Lucifer in this. He is wearing a shackle around his ankle. There's just a little more. He is holding a crown in his hand. He looks a little more despondent, but kind of in a hot way, like in the way that's begging for someone to come over and comfort him. So again, there we are, art being subversive, as it should be. And I hope that people will just relax. You know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. There's mass shootings going on every week. People are dying. There's so much divisiveness going on. Of all the things to go to church and pray for, you're really going to pray for shoes. Pray the devil's shoes away, which have human blood in them. Like, I'm sorry, but I was a teenager in the 90s. I've been around long enough to see the satanic panic of the 80s when I was really little, but I mean, it was still kind of there. Dungeons and Dragons was a thing of Satan. Magic the Gathering was a thing of Satan. Marilyn Manson was a thing of Satan. I mean, he's a massive abusive dickbag, as we now know, but Nine Inch Nails was a thing of Satan. Metallica was a thing of Satan. Pantera was a thing of Satan. It's like, shut up. It's not. It's art. Calm down. There are people who worship Satan, and hey guys, and they make art. What are they going to subvert? Are they going to subvert like the institution of Satanism? I don't know. There's a part of me that hopes they don't, because the Satanists are really nice. Have you ever visited the Church of Satan's Twitter account? They're like the nicest people. Really nice. I don't know. I lost my point again, you guys. I'm sorry. So check out the link and look at these two side-by-side sexy-ass sculptures of Lucifer. And, I mean, go easy on art when it's, you know, this is what it's supposed to be doing. Pissing off the squares is what it's supposed to be doing. And if it's not, I mean, it doesn't have to. But when it does, that's good. That's a good thing. And, I mean, I hope Lil Nas X makes a ton of money off of this, because I'm proud of him. And I hope you guys are too. So that'll be it for me today. Any comments? Again, nice. I mean, you don't have to be kissing my butt, and you can disagree with me, but do it nicely. You can see I'm nervous because it's not just the Patreons anymore. I trust you guys. I'm sorry. So that'll be it for me today. Chime in. Tell me what you think. And that'll be it for me. So bye. Let's see if meet my remote. That'll be it for me. Bye. Turn off.